Yeah, like my t-shirt? How do you feel about this t-shirt, Mama?
I dig it. I mean, it fits. It fits, right?
Yes, it does. What is up, everybody?
What's going on, Love.Runs.Deep family? And we are here with another video, of course. However, this time it's going to be answering a lot of the questions that we've been asked over the last couple of months, but also giving you some insight about our story and who we are. And yeah,
Well, I'm going to change that a little bit. I don't think we're going to answer a lot of questions today. We'll have like a separate Q&A just for the questions that you guys sent us. But today's video is kind of more so, one, introducing ourselves to you guys so you kind of know who we are and we're a little bit more personable, and then two, kind of telling you what the message behind our Instagram page, you know, our YouTube channel, like what do we represent and what are we trying to convey to you guys?
yeah.
And what we're not trying to convey.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. So we will be answering some of those questions, not in a Q&A format, but we will keep in mind some of the things that I guess we've, some of the questions that we've kind of just pushed to the side for the time being because we wanted to answer them once and not answer all the DMs on separate times and just say the same thing over and over and over again.
Plus, there's a reason too, because there's been, for the people that I have spoken to, there's been a pattern that I kind of want to address.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, this is our newest place we just got moved into, so don't mind the mess in the background. We're cleaning it up. But I'm telling you, like
I told you, Leonard, it's a judgment-free zone.
Yeah, just being able to be here with her in our own place is just amazing. I mean, it's like we used to dream about these nights when we would be together without having to worry about anyone pretty much telling us what to do or having to worry about ducking and hiding from every Desi auntie and uncle that we came across. And I'm telling you, like, just...
I wore a wig one time.
Or wearing...
To the mall.
God, she used to wear a wig to the mall. Like, she would actually pretend to be Latina. She would have hoop earrings in. She would have a different color wig. She would do her makeup kind of like more aggressive to hide her Desi features.
True story.
And we would go to the mall, and literally there would be aunties looking at us and like confused. They couldn't tell if she was Latino or she was actually Pakistani. It was crazy.
Like, you don't know me.
But we went through a lot. All right?
Yeah.
A lot. And being on this side, where we're kind of worry-free at this point.
And empowered to help you get to where you want to be. So.
It's so much better for us. And we just want to share our happiness with you all. All right, everybody. So for you, for those of you who don't know, my name is Leonard. I
am DeRay. And I moved to St. Louis. Long story short, I was born in Atlanta. We moved a lot when I was younger. Ironically, he was also born in Atlanta and ended up in St. Louis. And that's how we met. So we were both born in Atlanta, ironically, but cool.
Yeah. So pretty much we met in high school. It was my sophomore year, and it was her 11th grade year, junior year.
Yes, my junior. He's a year younger than me.
Cougar, right? Cougar.
No.
Totally
it's not my fault you're a year younger than me, okay?
You had a decision.
Whatever, I'll accept it. I don't care.
Anyways, we met in PE class. Yes. And it was a very fun PE class.
We're both very athletic. We're very active. We like to do sports, games, any kind of fun activity. We're always looking to do like fun things. So
pretty much.
I guess it makes sense that we met in PE.
Yeah.
So
one thing I want to mention too, I guess kind of to backtrack just a little bit. So I know we were kind of here and there and here, but we started our Instagram page really not to become the go-to people for interracial relationships between Desi and African American or whatever other race you guys commingle in. But we just wanted to make a photo diary online of pretty much all of our best moments and our best photos. And it was a private page for about a year and a half before we decided, you know what, I think it'd be kind of cool to see what other people think because we remember that there was no one else like us. And I'm sure that
plus, I was scared. More. Before my family knew about us, I was like, oh my God, we got to keep it on DL. Nobody can see our page.
We have that page on lockdown.
It takes one person to find out, and your entire stories are, boom, gone. So I was very, very careful.
Yeah, so it was, gotta let them know. Okay, first of all, we've been together, like I said, since we were in high school. And that was about a little bit over 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Almost 7.
Almost 7 years, wow. So again, I'm 22, gonna be 23 in about 2 months. DeRay?
I'm 23, gonna be 24.
In 1 month. So, we're pretty young. We're still young. We're just starting off our professional careers, and I was going somewhere with this. Where was I going with this?
I don't know. Where are you going with it?
Okay. Well, it's been almost 7 years by now, and we were not only long distance for part of that time, but also a secret for 6 of those 7 years.
I don't know how you managed it.
Literally, a secret. Her
God's
parents
plan.
did not know. The only people in her family that knew was her little sister, and actually that was it, just her little sister. Her little sister is awesome. Sarah. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to her.
She was my rock. If I didn't have her, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah. So when we come from a place saying that, you know, we don't have the solution for you all yet because we're still going through our journey, this is what we mean by that. We are just now taking steps to become more open about our relationship, and we noticed that our story is pretty inspiring, and people love us all the time. They want us to share, and they want to know how we made it work. So we just wanted to give back to you all and let you all see our perspective.
Right, and to see the beauty was in the process. No matter how painful it was, no matter how many nights I cried, right? And I felt like my life, you know, why me? You know, why is this so complicated? Looking back now, it makes sense, but I know during it, it's so difficult to handle. You feel like you're gonna have a mental breakdown every single day. Like the closer I got to graduation, the more I would cry every single night. I would pray more often. Like, I've been through a lot, you guys. We both have been through a lot. And as cheerful and happy we seem now, that's how frustrating and stressful it was for us to get to the decision that we are today.
Yeah.
But as Will Smith said, right, on the other side of your biggest fears are some of life's most beautiful things. And he is so right, you guys. Me overcoming the biggest fear that I could have possibly had, like disappointing my family, you know, being a letdown. Going past that and seeing beyond that and seeing big picture,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so much happier. I really am. I do what I want to do, right? I'm able to express my opinion. I'm able to express myself, who I am, who I love, how I love. You know, I don't have to hold anything back. I don't have to fit certain stereotypes. I can be who I want to be. And that liberating feeling, there's just nothing to match it.
Yep.
It's beautiful. And I want you guys to feel that too. And I want you guys to follow our process through that.
If this is something that you want to do. Like I said, we're not giving you advice. We're not telling you should do this. But for those of you...
this is how you should do it.
Yeah, looking for answers. If you're looking for answers as far as how you made it work, definitely the process. It's not a one-liner that you can go to your parents or go to relatives, family, and get people on board to believe in what you believe. I think what actually happens is that once you take that step and you believe and you honestly have the faith that things will work themselves out, and you move and you take the actions as if you are following that belief of things will work themselves out, the people around you will start to become believers as well. Like with my family, I told my family about DeRay pretty much the first week we decided to become serious back in high school. And
a lot of cojones.
I'll tell you, it did take a lot. It took a lot. I didn't realize how much trouble I would have gotten myself into until they told me all their concerns. And when I mentioned that it was a secret for her family, then my family decided to not really trust the relationship as much, and there was a lot of resistance. However, once I kept my faith with, my decision, eventually my family became more supportive, and they were on board because they knew that I was going to do whatever it took. And that's what I mean when I say you have to move in faith and you have to trust your decision and follow it, and the people around you will become more supportive. So just a little tip for you guys.
Right. And a lot of you guys are going to be able to relate to us. And especially Desi girls, I know you're going to be able to relate to me because already the girls that I've talked to, so similar. Like when I was on the phone with them, mind-blowing as to how similar we are, how similar we think, And so I feel like as you guys watch our journey and you see kind of how our relationship progressed and all what we did, once we tell you our journey, you'll be able to see yourself in it too, and you'll have a better understanding of where you stand, of what you can and cannot do. You know, rather than me or Leonard just telling you, you'll be able to see it for yourself. And I feel like that'll be very meaningful and powerful. And I feel like we're gonna do our story probably in different parts, just because we've been together for so long, and there's
so much to tell you guys.
So much to it. So much to it. And a lot of it's going to be happy. A lot of it's going to be very, very emotional. A lot of it hits certain areas that are very, very sensitive. But in order for us to be genuine with you guys, we're just going to let you guys in and just let you know where we come from and everything. Like, no holding back. Yeah.
So we are pretty much doing this, and we have the mindset of positivity only. We are really not here to step on people's toes, but we're just here to inspire. And that's pretty much it.
And we're not here to say that we're, you know, good examples of anything. You know what I mean? We're not here to say, oh, look at us as an example, or look at us as this. We're just saying, you know, this is our journey. If you can see yourself in this journey, and if you want to reach this end goal, this is kind of what we did. What are you going to do? Type of thing, right? Yes. And the reason why this kind of came up is because, first of all, we received a ton of DMs. Oh my gosh. Like, when we first started our journey, we did not know that there's this many people that were going through the same thing that we did. Like, we were just like you guys. In the beginning of our relationship, and before I was able to take this step, you know, towards our relationship and being together, we would research on Google, on Instagram, we would look anywhere and try to find examples of people similar to us that made it, you know?
We saw nobody. There was
like a little inkling of hope that it's possible, and it could have probably helped us a lot to have faith in even more faith or expedited faith in our relationship and take steps a lot further.
If you guys haven't noticed already, yes, she is Pakistani, if she didn't say that before.
Yeah.
So that kind of hints the psychotic Desi girl. Well, it used to be psychotic Pakistani girl. Just saying.
But yeah, so, you know, Pakistani girl.
African American.
A lot of you guys know Pakistani culture is very, very conservative. You know, I can't even begin to, you already know what all entails being Pakistani or being Desi or being from, you know, that part of the culture. And we're so ingrained with all these expectations, you know, and boundaries. And I was very much so that girl. I did not wiggle out of my boundary or my expectations at all. Like, I was very much wanted to do what my family wanted me to. You know, that was my desire, to make them proud of me, to make them happy for me, because I know they've made so many sacrifices for me. So in my opinion, you know, I wanted to do whatever I could possible to, I guess, repay them for that, which I'll get into that later. So going back to all the people that were DMing us, right? A majority of them were Desi girls, right? And they're messaging mainly me. They want to talk to me and like, hey, Dory, how did you do this? You know, like,
what's your parents think?
What did your parents think? How did you approach them? How did you tell them? All these things. And honestly, I got overwhelmed. Just a little bit, sometimes a lot. But reason being, one, I want to make sure that I'm very, very genuine when I respond to you guys. Like, I want to know your background, to know your story before I give you any kind of advice. You know, I'm not the kind of person who believes in just writing, you know, a paragraph in a DM and making it seem like it'll change your life, because that's just not how it goes.
Yeah.
When you're truly trying to give advice to people, you really have to understand who they are, you know, where they come from. And in the beginning, when we first started getting exposure, the first few people that hit us up, I was actually able to have a conversation with them. It took me
like 2 hours with people.
Yeah, 2 to 1 hours. But like, I always told them when they messaged me, I'm like, hey, call me. I don't want to talk to you through DM. It's just going to be highly ineffective. So, you know, I would have a phone conversation with them, and it would be mind-blowing as to how similar our stories are. Obviously, no two people are the same, but we come from the same, you know, kind of mindset with our families, our conservative families, same fears, same aspirations, goals. The goal is just how to get there, right? And that's kind of what I talked to them about and talked through them with. And that was really special to me. Like, I love being able to do that. But the only thing, as it started recurring and constantly happening, it started making me think. So one thing I want you guys to know is, before I made the decision to tell my family, you know, to come be with Leonard, I had to go through major counseling. Okay, like
professional
counseling. I'm not saying a long time. It was a very short amount of time. Probably like
3 months or less.
No. 5 or 6 weeks prior to my college graduation.
Oh wow.
Like I knew I was graduating college. We were in different cities at the time.
Yeah, so we were a long distance for probably about 2 years before she made the commitment to come back to St. Louis because she was away in college with her family as well.
Right. And side note, we are going to get into our story in more depth so you guys can follow our journey and kind of see where you fit in that journey.
I know it's kind of like scattered right now, but we just want to give you just information so you can just kind of understand where we're coming from starting off with.
Right. And so I had to make a decision quick. I had nothing else. I didn't know what to do. So I just happened to walk into, the counseling office in my college. And those 5 weeks pretty much changed my life. She is a person who went to college, went to school for this, to understand how I think and how to get me to the decision that I know what I needed to do, but just as to me finally doing it. But that's what I kind of wanted to tell you. I'm not a, psychologist. I don't feel capable of giving you guys certain steps to doing things in your life. I can tell you what I went through, and I can tell you my mindset behind it, but I can't tell you step by step, like this is what you need to do and this is what you can't do, because you know your situation better than I do.
Yeah, and we don't really feel like we're qualified to give you that kind of life-changing advice. It's just, like I said, it affects so many people beyond us, and we don't want to be disrespectful to someone else's household by telling them to do what we did, because we understand how drastic our decision was. And
and there was no like quick fix type, I just introduced them and this happened. My family
is crazy.
Is still not on board. Like there is no, it's still an ongoing process. Like me telling my family, it's not, we haven't reached our 100% happy ending yet, I guess you could say.
We are working towards it.
We're happy, but as far as my family being, on board and getting them seeing what I see, that has not happened yet. And I'm okay with that, because I know in my heart, and I believe 100% that it will happen in time, because I am truly happy, and I do feel like our relationship is wholesome. I feel super fulfilled every day that I'm with him. And so I feel like eventually that will translate to my family, but it's not, there was no, I told them and I said these magic words and they were just on board. And we will include you guys in my process of getting my family on board. It's just not there yet. So I haven't, don't look at us thinking, DeRay, how did she do it? How is her family okay with it? You know what I mean? I'm still working on that.
But this video is getting kind of long. I think we're at,
sorry. It was meant to be shorter. But
we're at the 19-20 minute mark here, so we're gonna probably just end this right here.
Right.
And we'll most likely do a part 2. If you guys have any more questions that you want to ask us, go ahead and leave a comment in the description, or in the in the comment section. Leave a comment. Also, if you want to be a part of our journey and you want to stick with us, I promise you we do entertaining things as well, and you will hear a lot more from us. Go ahead and subscribe. Click that post notification bell, because you don't want to miss a single video, I promise.
And we're going to do so much more. We had restrictions because of me making a sudden move, but now that we have our own place, jobs are in place, getting our life together, we plan on pushing out serious content. So
serious content. But yeah, go ahead and join the Love.Runs.Deep family. We would love to be in your life as well, and hear your stories, and just support each other, help each other grow.
And create this entire group of positive energy, full of love and support and good things.
So stay tuned for part 2.
Bye, you guys.
Peace.